Our next speaker signed up is Mr. Max Grossman.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. Good afternoon to you. So, $54 million certificate of obligation amounting to $96.4 million in principal and interest over the next 30 years. I will be dead before that is paid off. I have always believed, and I'll say it again, that certificates of obligation for non-emergency purposes are un-American and anti-democratic. Just because it's legal, Commissioners, does not make it right. The Certificate of Obligation Act of 1971, for a long time, was for emergencies only, and then it got corrupted in the legislature with all kinds of loopholes that allow now for economic development and other purposes. Most counties in Texas are far more disciplined than our local taxing entities in this regard. City of El Paso owes $852 million in principal and interest on 10 COs, which is more than the 5 largest cities combined. And for a long time, the county has acted responsibly in this regard and put up general obligation bonds and allowed the voters to decide on large debt issues. Yes, I know water infrastructure is important. Yes, roads are critical. But then that will be easy to make the case to the voters. Traditionally, the voters of El Paso have approved emergency items and critically important items. By issuing a CO or a revenue bond, you are telling the voters, we don't trust you. We're going to do it our way, and that's it. Mr. Landeros is very capable. He's an impressive numbers cruncher, but when he says that this will not impact taxes, that's absolutely false. This notion that taxation in the county is a zero-sum gain, and when bonds are retired, there's an opportunity to step in and ramp up spending right up to the limit, is really wrong-headed thinking, because not issuing a CO is an opportunity to not increase taxes and potentially an opportunity to lower taxes. So yes, it impacts our taxes. It impacts the tax of every single homeowner in El Paso. I see that the good judge is missing. He is in Taiwan. I believe that you should consider delaying this vote for a week so that the judge can go on the record. You know, I can see a situation like John Cook, who was missing from the city of El Paso during the vote to blow up City Hall and then had plausible deniability. For a debt issue this large, I believe that the judge should be present to state publicly yay or nay. We just learned that the county grew by only 948 people between 2023 and 2024. That's 0.1%. And the lowest growth among the 10 most populous counties in the state of Texas. This should be scary, right? Up until now, city and county, the general ethos has been this is a brain drain. People are leaving to find better jobs elsewhere. They're leaving to find amenities elsewhere. I've heard Commissioner Coronado state as much. But this is false. This does not explain why in the same year, Sunland Park grew 1.7%, Santa Teresa grew 2.7%, Las Cruces grew 0.9%, which doesn't seem like much, but that's 9 times faster than El Paso County grew. Then, of course, Horizon City and Socorro, which are on the edge of the county, 4.2% Horizon City, 6.3% growth in population in Socorro, and that is not because of amenities. People are not moving to these places to seek arenas or an extra trail in a park or to find jobs. They're evading our property tax. And I really do believe that this court needs to accept this reality and understand that this is a real threat to our tax base and it is eroding us economically. It is unsustainable. We need to bring our taxation in order. You just got $552 million in bonding between county and UMC. Now we're talking about a $54 million CO. The city has to issue $472 million over the next 4 fiscal years because of the 2019 public safety bond and the 2022 community progress bond. And so we've got already more than $1.5 billion in principal and interest added on to our $10.5 billion, which is what the 5 taxing entities in water currently owe. We are now very far out of kilter with the rest of Texas. It is dangerous that El Paso County borders New Mexico, where taxation is low. Yes, they've got an income tax, and it used to be a wash. But guess what? Now it's like this. okay? Now there is a major incentive, especially for retirees, to abandon this county in favor of lower taxation, and they can still work in Texas. Look at the sprawling new developments in Santa Teresa. Thousands of homes going up, almost all of them El Pasoans, who work here but live there. The average outgoing household income is $60,000,
Time.
according to some of the pundits. So, I hope that you take account of these things. I hope that you issue GOs instead of COs, which is the democratic correct way of doing things. I'm not saying these are not worthy items. I'm just saying pay for them above board. Let me, a taxpaying citizen and homeowner, vote on large debt issues. Do not deny me that right. That's all I'm saying. There is a risk that the Libre Initiative could step in again and shoot this down by petition, as they did with the UMC bond a couple of years ago. That is also something that needs to be considered. So I appreciate the opportunity to speak. With all due respect, wish you a great afternoon. Thank you.